holding a stone here in my right hand. It's actually the center of Europe. This center of Europe belongs to this city behind me. And I am the guy who registered the patent on it 7 years ago. I was the only guy here in Frauenkirchen with experience on marketing or media marketing. And the town mayor said to me, Corino, there is a huge company who wants to build a thermal center in the region. Find me any unique selling proposition for Frauenkirchen. I asked an old professor. He found out that when you take the same ellipse, which the planets are turning around the sun, and you put it on the Europe Union, then Frauenkirchen is exactly in the middle. Mittelpunkt Europas, Europas Mittelpunkt, it's always the center. It was just a funny idea, but it worked.
Aber das ist eine tolle Sache, Zentrum zu sein. Zentrum zu sein heißt in der Mitte zu sein und in der Mitte zu sein heißt überall dabei zu sein. I teach here on the upper side. They repair cars and they make bread and they build houses. In these jobs they can live here very fine. You see the Rathaus and on the other side you see the drive-in bankomat with the bank. You can drive in, put your window down and you can get the money. Frauenkirchen ist eine wichtige Einkaufsstadt für die gesamte Region. Wir haben über 120 kleine und größere Betriebe hier in Frauenkirchen. I brought you to Mr. Seiler because he is the specialist of wine here in Frauenkirchen.
Zum Wohl, Herr Mayor. My name is Joseph Seiler. Friends say to me, Sepp. 50 years ago I was born here and I live in my family and they are working very hard in the vineyards. And 25 years ago we have a crash in the wine production and we have a new start. And the last 20 years we have the best wines of Austria, of Europe. We have 300 days in the year we have sunshine. And when we cut the grapes in our vineyards to the best time in September, October, November, we have the material to vinificate best red, sweet and dry white wines. Fantastic.
Frauenkirchen ist schon seit 300 Jahren ein Mittelpunkt mit Fall des Eisernen Vorhanges und jetzt mit einem wesentlich größeren Radius. Nun wurde Frauenkirchen auch Zentrum von Wellness durch die St. Martinstherme.
In the past, all the bad nights in the touristic region were gained over the summer period. They wanted to make the period longer, even into winter time. This is why I call it very important for Frauenkirchen. 3 years ago there were some birds and some rabbits jumping around here. There was nothing, and now you have this wellness resort in the middle of Europe.
Where we are standing here is a watchtower that belonged to the Hungarians 20 years ago. It from the Cold War. And we bought this now to watch birds, the landscapes, nice moods and for peaceful viewings. These people should show the people that were on the run from the Soviets in 1956 and they should show the suffering they had. The Brücke von Andau, this is the Brücke von Andau. 1956 the Russians, the Soviets, came to Budapest and the few thousands that could reach the border put over and this is the place where they came over. It was really in the snow. They ended up in the swamp, in the Schilf, in the reed and on the other side of the border the Austrians came, normal farmers, also poor people came and they brought some clothes and cooked something for them.
Das heißt, wir haben hier eine Multikulturalität und sie drückt sich auch in dieser Region hier um Frauenkirchen. Und Zentrop soll zum Teil das zum Ausdruck bringen, quasi was vor 100, 200, 300 Jahren eigentlich Realität war, nämlich dass wir hier in einem gemeinsamen Lebensraum gelebt haben, obwohl es unterschiedliche Sprachen, unterschiedliche Minderheiten, unterschiedliche Religionen gegeben hat. Das richtige Zentrum von Europa ist dort, wo es gelebt wird, nämlich in den Menschen der Köpfe, nämlich ehrlich zu sagen, ich bin Europäer und für mich sind alle ohne irgendwelcher Grenzen gleich, ob das jetzt ein Rumäne, ein Litauer, ein Ungar, ein Österreicher ist. Wir haben hier eine der zentralen Hauptstädte Europas oder der Welt, Wien.
I had a colleague which was a representative of our partner cities in our steering committee, and when we met, when we had the first meetings, we arranged a meeting in a wonderful World Heritage site across the border from the Austrian perspective. And when I told her where the meeting is, she says, and this is 10 years from now, well, my goodness, to be honest, I don't travel to that kind of countries without my husband.
You have to imagine that this area was divided by the Iron Curtain, so there were nearly no contacts. And before that time, during the Austrian-Hungarian monarchy, there was quite intensive interaction. And in fact, many cities along the border region have their hinterlands in the other countries.
Centrope is one of those regions at this interface of all the new member states where you can see that cooperation works, that integration works.
We have to draw a line with 4 lines without setting off the pen, and it means you have to go across the borders to come to a solution at all.
There is, for example, a company called Project Audio Systems. They are designing record players. The design is made in Austria. It's produced in Slovakia, and then the assembly and the marketing is done in the Czech Republic, and then they sell the product all over the world. So they are quite stylish, high-tech record players, and had wonderful success with that kind of cooperation.
We really want to make students aware of the fact that the partner speaks Czech, Hungarian, Slovak. This is one of the strengths of Europe, that we have got different cultures, different languages, and it's not a burden, but it's enrichment.
The diversity is the basis of creativity, creativity is the basis of innovation, innovation is the future. In Vienna and around Vienna, there's a huge amount of startups and there's a huge amount of entrepreneurship happening. There's a boiling pot right now.
I'm not the typical woman who is like, ah, yeah, I'm crazy for shopping. I wanted to produce stuff for the people in personal measurement, what they want to like to have, but in a fast way. If the models just present the stuff they also like, then it's more authentic.
I danced since I was 6 years old, and then I came to Vienna and I studied in Vienna musical. And then we decided spontaneously, let's make our own song. The song is called Sway Your Hips. I love it.
We communicate with design. This is the first point of Art Point philosophy. This is Russian label, start here in Vienna. I compare Linea Italia every time with waterline for the sheave, you know. This Linea Italia is 90, 50 here. Linea Italia is here. We have 3 Linea Italia now. This one, and this one. Textile is product design. For me, fashion is also product design.
So we have a fantastic access to startups, to entrepreneurship, to great new ideas, and we want to take them to the next step.
Well, this is the guy I told you about, Katsi, my favorite dreamer.
Dreamicon Valley actually is in the border area Austria and Hungary, and the no man's land there doesn't exist on any plan so far, because it was no man's land and nobody used that kind of land. The Silicon Valley name came from silicium. Dreamicon Valley's base must be the dreams of the people who realize their dreams. They need partners, people, network, mentors, and the basic is that they have to know about these exceptional ideas.
You see, these things are quite special, quite a good selling actually. They are, well, chairs and stools and a sofa made of trash bins, actually used trash bins from the city of Vienna.
Garbarage is a great match to our company, and it really fits into our philosophy.
We are quite a unique business. We are a social business venture, so we actually employ former drug addicts in our workshop to get them job ready again. So after they completed the addiction therapy, they come here, work in our workshop together with designers, and produce sustainable products out of, well, more or less waste materials of sorts. The customer comes to us and says, okay, I have this and that material, say, I don't know, like commercial comp or something, and we replace them, and so you can use them and make bags or something. So we are quite, well, agile at adapting to our customers' needs.
If you collect a lot of stones like this, like ideas, and put them together, at the end you will have a fantastic picture.
I'm carrying around the center of Europe. I like the idea very much.
Ich glaube, mit dem Mittelpunkt kann sich jeder identifizieren.
What's like that, glowing up my mental picture? Do you know what's like that, clouding up my bathroom mirror?
I think it's exciting to be at the heart of Europe, to know that we can, for example, jump in a car, be in 6 hours in Venice, 4 hours in Prague, under 2 hours in Budapest, or if we wanted to drive a little further, we're in Paris or Berlin. So it's good this place where we are. The band is called Slave Called Shiver, and it's a rock band. Via the internet and via Twitter, we found the designer of the artwork for our album, a lady who's sitting in New York. The internet is very important for getting a band out there.
Take me